the journey and the evolution. So it began. I was kinda skilled in Adobe Photoshop, so I was able to first accurately create a realistic, rendering of a get-up slip. I figured that if I drafted something, it would be much easier to show people than to describe this unique new contraption. So these early designs were really a means of communication, which I used in the initial stages of constructing our first actual physical prototype. At this point in time, we were actually going by the name Ghetto Slips. This changed after parting with a buddy who had a speech impediment who kept referring to the name as a get-up slip. The name stuck, and we adapted the ghetto to the spelling, which in actuality is just referring to a ghetto solution to fixing something. As thanks to him, we had him voice the Eagle character in our commercial, which you will see later. Armed with a $10,000 credit card limit, my brother and I began taking this computer rendering around to local furniture upholsterers, getting bids to sew our prototype. After being continuously shot down, an upholsterer finally agreed to the job. Afraid they may steal our design, we made them sign a non-disclosure agreement. They happily agreed and delivered our first prototype. It looked great. It cost us around $300 and was custom fit to my guitar amp only. Understanding that guitar amps come in many shapes and sizes, we anticipated custom jobs being a future problem. But for now, we were just happy to see this silly idea come to life. Super pumped on the new prototype, we took photos of it that same day. When viewing the photos on my computer, I couldn't help myself from manipulating them in Photoshop. I created a template which allowed us to view our covers in just about any color combination imaginable. While editing photos in Photoshop, I was also able to make digital improvements to our slipcovers designs, such as pockets being able to snap on and off so customers can change colors, and changing the head cover from Velcro to snap buttons. Another improvement was the creation of a pick band. The pick band was invented as a detachable guitar pick holder in the front of the amplifier, which also holds CDs and keys. With these new features on the roster, this new revised computer rendering was key to our second and more efficient prototype. The second prototype wasn't much better than the original. Many of the new features were poorly executed, and although these improvements weren't correct, we still had to pay. Money went fast, and when paying others to create something nobody's ever even seen before, it just flies out of your hand. At this point in the design stage, it dawned on us that all we'd be able to sell were custom orders, which in that case, the profit margin would be so small it wouldn't even be worth our time. The problem was that half-stack guitar amps come in many different sizes, inches apart from each other, in height, width, and depth. At this rate, it would be idiotic to continue. If my brother and I wished to continue this business venture, the invention of a one-size-fits-all model was necessary. In order to construct a one-size-fits-all model, I took inspiration from a Kleenex box. When we constructed, the box was just a flat piece of cardboard. With this in mind, I began drafting computer-generated versions until I felt one could possibly work. Back at square one, this time in order to save money, my brother and I decided to skip the upholsterer and to make all future prototypes ourselves. We started by using a needle and thread to construct a small-scale model. Although neither of us knew how to sew, we knew we must learn in order to bring the new one-size-fits-all design to life. So we bought a sewing machine for about $100 and took lessons from YouTube and from my buddy in the denim industry. Soon we learned how to make patterns and test our prototypes, making adjustments on the fly. Ultimately, we accomplished a design that could fit every guitar half-stack in height, depth, and width dimensions. We took these new patterns to professional seamstress who helped put them together to construct our first official one-size-fits-all prototype. Once we worked out all the kinks and prepped our patterns for manufacturing, we had to find a vinyl supplier and a sewing contractor. This was probably just as hard as designing the actual product. Because this was a new item, it was very difficult for manufacturers to price it, and oftentimes we were taken advantage of. Sewing contractors mostly charge by the results of time studies. Basically how long it takes to complete whatever it is you're making. Luckily for us, we had a ton of experience physically sewing and making our slips, so we knew what to base our prices on. Once we found a trustworthy sewing contractor, we had them sign a non-disclosure agreement and started our first run. While the first run was being sewn, my brother and I trademarked the company and began looking for professional web designers. We also shot a zany internet commercial so we could get a head start promoting the product in the music scene. The commercial you're about to see was shot in a day for less than $50. It really helped trying to get our message out there and convey what our product really meant in the initial stages of building our business. Enjoy.
What's on that bracket? Oh, that little rascal get him is jamming in the cupboard again. Well, I can't take it anymore. We're trying to jam. Get up.
Dude, I pay rent.
Whoa, wait. Didn't that guitar amplifier fall in the garbage disposal? Mysteriously last week?
Yeah, dude. I know it was you. You woolly sheep shredded my amp. All scratch, bruh. Would've cramped my sock.
Oh, your guitar amp is so legit! How'd you get it so legit?
Have you heard? Bird is the word, dude. Eagle, take it away.
Is your guitar amp all scratched up from being on the road? Or maybe just another old hand-me-down with some other band's name spray-painted on it? Are you tired of your guitar amp looking the same as everybody else's? Well, I hatched something just for you! Get Up Slips are the first and only fully customizable guitar amplifier slip covers, which allow sound to travel for live gigs. The vinyl shell protects equipment from the 3 S's. The sun, spill, and screams. Get Up Slips allows bands to personalize and brand themselves to any color scheme. Visit the website, www.getupslips.com. On the website, you can virtually design your Get Up Slips to fit your style. If you really want to drop the hammer, upload images to be screen printed. Pocket snap-on, and double as a detachable accessory bag. Used for storing picks, strings, cables, and other goodies. So you can take it to go! Finish it off by selecting your pick band, a strip that stores picks for easy access during live shows. Every Get Up Slip comes with a sewn-in pocket that allows you to simply unplug and drop your instrument cables, so you can quickly pack up after your gig, whether you're a traveling musician or play in the garage. Get Up Slips, let you rock out in style!
Word, dude. Word.
Get Up Slips, get Up Slips.